so much. We'll read you a story about the joints, about the rotator cuff, the best part. All right. Oh, I'm so excited. The shoulder joint is so mobile. This is a fact that is known global. Due to the amount of motion, I can rub my back with lotion. Thanks to the ball and socket, we can reach deep into our pocket. The humeral head resembles a ball and moves on the glenoid cavity. Phew, close call. Oh, children, wait just a minute. I almost forgot. The labrum is short, does a lot. It holds the humeral head in the glenoid cavity. It will prevent the unwanted action of gravity. Thanks to our ball and socket joint, I hope we've made our point. Oh, now for the incredible rotator cuff. It stabilizes the shoulder, sure enough. Teres minor and subscapularis, supra and infraspinatus. These 6 muscles, I tell you, are worth all the fuss. Abduction, medial and lateral rotation. These, I might add, are their primary motions. Bony landmarks we cannot neglect. The shoulder joint is what they affect. They guide us when we're in a bind, naming origins and insertions from our mind. The shoulder joint has quite a few, glenoid cavity and coracoid process too. Then there's acromion. Oh, how the middle trap attaches to you. Some of you are tricky and some teachers like to be picky. But we use our concentration to find you with our palpation. Greater and lesser tuberosity. They pique a lot of curiosity. SC joint, AC joint. I think you have made your point. On the clavicle, the scapula and the humerus. The possibilities are numerous. The sternoclavicular joint is kind of complex. In one direction, it's concave on convex. This joint helps the clavicle rotate and retract, and also to elevate, depress, and protract. It's where the sternum, clavicle, and first rib articulate. If your clavicle is moving, the scapula may rotate. This joint is very stable. That's not a crock. It has 3 ligaments to check the motion and a disc to absorb shock. Before I move on, I must make one more point. This SC guy is a saddle joint. We aren't finished learning. This is so much fun. Let's cover the AC joint before I am done. The acromioclavicular joint is next. It also has a few ligaments with forces to check. This joint is flat. You could call it plain. This is no roll and glide to name. The degrees of freedom at this joint are 3. The scapula rotates upward and downwardly. Tilting and rotating is how the scapula adjusts. Aligning it against the thorax, it must. The shoulder joint is convex and concave. It's smooth and serene, just like a wave. When your shoulder flexes, there's an anterior roll and posterior glide. Don't worry, this is fun, so don't run and hide. With extension, there's an anterior glide and posterior roll. Now let's keep learning. It's good for the soul. There's a lateral roll and medial glide with the shoulder abduction. See how important joints are? Essential to our body's construction. Lastly, we come to adduction with the shoulder joint. I hope you've enjoyed these arthrokinematics and gotten my point. With adduction, there is medial roll and posterior glide. Now you've learned so much, aren't you filled with pride? The shoulder moves, the shoulder grooves. To reach up high is flexion, reaching behind is extension. The sagittal plane, these movements know, with the x-axis to keep the flow. Out to the side is abduction, and back again is known as adduction. To these we owe the frontal plane, with the z-axis to ordain. Then you have rotation, in and out make up this variation. The horizontal plane allows this motion, and the y-axis with all of its devotion. I hope this information is in your brain, because I do not wish to re-explain. Now we have said all we can. The shoulder joint is a brilliant plan. Hope you enjoyed the shoulder joint tail. Hope it helps you not to fail. Yay! What time is it up for me, children?
Thanks, Grandma.
Thank you, Grandma.
We love you so much. That's the best part. I know.
I like the AC joint.
You do.
The shoulder joint is so mobile. This is. I can't do that.